NBA player props here on PrizePicks for Wednesday, April 5th. Before we get started, there is a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you guys can use promo code TUFF to sign up. They will match 100% of your first deposit. Discord link in the description, Patreon link in the description. Where I post all the plays you're making on PrizePicks for each given sport that I do play. Again, I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. Simply just plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully, give you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player prop decisions here. But let's get into it. We got a nice size slate today overall. I believe 8 games on the slate. Definitely some games here where teams are looking to win, to solidify their playoff chances. I would say overall that these last couple of games here in the NBA are going to be a little bit volatile, just depending on players getting ruled out, things like that. Teams trying to tank and lose certain games, things like that, win certain games to get those matchups that they want in the first round of the playoffs. That's just how it is. I got 2 players that I'm targeting. To be honest with you guys, I honestly was locked in on a Mitchell Robinson first half fantasy score, and I've completed the video, and then it was gone because Jalen Brunson got ruled out. So again, if that play comes back on the board at 13.5, I like that one a lot. I'm gonna give a full write up on that one on Patreon. But I got 2 plays here though that I do like for this slate. Let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. The first one is gonna be Benedict Mathurin, and I like his over 22.5 points plus rebounds. Now this play 2 or 3 days ago, maybe even last Friday, was at 24.5 against OKC, and he completely sold us on that prop. Now, taking a look at this matchup, it's going to be no Brunson now, so hopefully this game can remain a little bit closer. Should be a fast-paced matchup, 233 over-under. And I think it's kind of the situation where the Pacers not trying to make the playoffs, right? Halliburton's out. Miles Turner most likely going to be ruled out here. And it just creates a situation where they're going to give Mathurin a ton of run, in my opinion. We can see here his last couple games he's played 30. I mean, look at these last couple games without Halliburton: 38, 41, 35, and 33 minutes here. What's weird here is that he played these games against Dallas and Milwaukee, and he took 19 shots and 21 shots. And then the game we took his 24.5 PR, he only took 8 field goal attempts. He took 1 field goal attempt in the second half. It was super, super weird here. Did a little bit better last game against Cleveland. Had 28 PR, 19 and 9. But I'm taking him here at 22.5 points plus rebounds in what should be a pretty strong matchup. So he's already faced the Knicks twice this season. Obviously, both these games with Tyrese, where his usage won't be the same. He's played 28 and 29 minutes, and he had 21 PR against them way back in December, and then 26 PR against the Knicks back here on January 11th. So has already shown some success this season versus the Knicks here. With Tyrese Halliburton off the floor at home, per 36 minutes, which is around the type of minutes Benedict Mathurin could see in a close game. He sees the highest usage on the team at 26.9, and he's averaging 26 points and 5.4 rebounds per 36 minutes here. So we're looking at 31.4 PR average with Halliburton off the floor at home. His line is set at 22.5. It just seems too low for me here. It is a great matchup versus the Knicks. Over the last 7 games, the Knicks allowing the 3rd most points per game to the small forward position. The shooting guard position. If you want to put, Mathurin as a small forward, if we go to the last 30, we know the Knicks get exploited by small forwards. 23 points per game to the small forward position, which is 3rd most. So just guards/wings in general. 2s and 3s really in general, the Knicks do get exploited kind of by them defensively. We're looking at RJ Barrett possibly being out, which should open up just less defensive worry for a player like Mathurin, so he can focus on scoring the ball. Some decent odds for us here. BetMGM got this at minus 125. Consensus is minus 125 to go over 22.5 here. Like I said, great matchup with his game log, points plus rebounds game log with Tyrese Halliburton when he logs 30 plus minutes this season. This is a pretty decent hit rate as well. We're talking about way back here. If we take away these last 2 games, these games in December, when again he's still a rookie, if we take a look since just the beginning of the year, he hasn't had less than 19 PR in a game without Tyrese Halliburton when he plays 30 plus minutes. Nothing less than 19. He's had 35 and 38 in 2 tough matchups against Milwaukee and Memphis defenses. He had 29 against Milwaukee here, 28 against Cleveland last game. Like I said, a tough perimeter defensive team. 22.5 just seems too low here for Benedict. In what should be a close game, he's going to get all the run in the world. They want to see what they have in their young rookie. So I like Mathurin over 22.5 PR. The second one here is going to be Kyrie Irving. It's going to be his over 5 assists here. Now, this game against Sacramento, Dallas is like playing for their playoff lives. Like they need to win this game. I'm pretty sure, not pretty sure, but I think if they lose this game, they're like out the playoffs. Like they're currently out the playoffs now. So if they lose this game, there's only like 3 games left for each team. This is going to be a must-win for the Mavericks. Sacramento coming off a back-to-back, second night of a back-to-back. We know Sacramento gives up some of the most points per game in basketball. Sacramento has something to play with here as well, something to play for as well. They're looking to maybe get that second seed. Who knows? I think they're pretty close. So I think they want to win this game. But a 241 over-under, the highest over-under on the day. We know Sacramento gives up a ton of points. They also score a ton of points. But let's take a look at a few things. So Kyrie has faced Sacramento twice this season with Dallas. He's hit the over on this both times. Had 7 assists and 10 assists, and those are like his first 2 games with Dallas. He cleared the over on this easily, 7 and 10. Now we take a look at those 2 games against Dallas with the Mavericks. He's played 2 games, like I said, 8.5 assists per game, 16 potential assists, 22 assist points created. He made 64.5 passes through those 2 games, and that was early on. Kyrie Irving at home with Dallas has not missed this line. He's pushed this line or cleared this line in every single game. 6 assists, 5, 9, 6, 7, 8, and 7. So he's 8 for 8 at home again on this line. He's playing at home against quite possibly one of the best teams you could have assists against. This line is at 5.5, so I think we get great push potential here at 5. Again, when lines are at 5.5 with juice on the under, but the line is at 5, it's not really. I don't take account really to the odds on this one when the line is not what the line is. At 5.5, I like the push potential for us here. We took a look at guards game log against the Kings this season. Chris Paul had 13. We just saw Trey Jones have 11 assists. He had a triple double, 17, 10, and 11. Anthony Edwards 7, Shannon Sharp 7, Skylar May 6. Chris Dunn and Shannon Sharp both pushed as well. But the Kings 2 shooting guards, right? The Kings 2 shooting guards. If we take a look over the last 15. Right, or sorry, last 30, right? They're up here in the top 10. If we take a look at the last 7 against shooting guards, the Kings up here, what is this, like 7th most assists to the shooting guard position. Point guards, though, which, again, you kind of have to label Kyrie as both. Last 7, Kings, 5th most assists to point guards over the last 7, over the last 15, 6th most assists to the point guard. They're here in the green. So we know Kings can give a ton of assists to guards. Kyrie has already shown success against the Kings this season, 7 assists and 10 assists, 16 potential assists average over 2 games against the Kings. 8 for 8 already at home. I think this has insane push potential here at 5, a must-win game. I think we see Kyrie play, 38 to 40 minutes in this matchup. Like, Kyrie's going to play a ton. Luka's going to play a ton. Should be a fun, high-scoring matchup, especially to target these assists. So these are the 2 plays here. It's going to be Benedict Mathurin over 22.5 PR, Kyrie Irving over 5 assists. Let's see really quickly if they've added the Knicks back to the board here. And they haven't. Again, that Mitch Robinson, if the play stays the same, I'll post that on Patreon. But these are the 2 YouTube plays for this video. Trying to get back on this winning streak, you guys. Again, like I said, these NBA games, end of season, have been really weird. I like these 2 plays here. Should be a fun day of NBA. This Lakers-Clippers game going to be insane. Like, this game going to be crazy. Russell Westbrook revenge game. Both these teams have the same record. Fun day of NBA overall. Let me know in the comments what you guys feel about these 2. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.